think it was Paul, he said, you can have joy at the return of Yahweh Shai. You don't come to the Holy Spirit, that's joy. All right, but for everybody else, it ain't gonna be joy.
That's how you know that they take everything from the scriptures, man. Because when you have a presidential election, you know, what do they call it? Who's running? You know, who's running for election? You know, or they running, but if you stop running, then you just gave up. You gave it over. You let another man take your crown. You know, you let somebody else take your crown, man.
Also, when you give up, not only will you be known as a person give up, also everybody's gonna mock you.
Yep.
You know, because it says what? Matthew says, build count the cost. You know, then something about mocking.
I got that Romans. Romans 8 verse 18. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us.
Right, so.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, the scripture itself is self-explanatory, man. It explains itself. It said, I reckon that the sufferings of this present time, what are the sufferings of this present time, man? You know, going through hell, catching affliction upon affliction, you know, having the curses of Deuteronomy upon us. They're not.
Second Corinthians, it says what? For our light affliction, that is but for a moment.
But for a moment.
When there's a problem, I see you play the part.
Yeah.
You know? So we gotta go now is equally how great the kingdom of God is going to be.
Yeah.
You know?
That's right. It said it wasn't worthy to be compared. It's not even worthy to be put on the same. It's not even worthy to be put next to it. You can't even say, well, let me weigh it in the balance. You can't even weigh it in the balance because the things that we're going to receive in the next life, we're not even going to think about it. We're going to be like, man, I had a dream. I had a dream I was in captivity. You had a what? You know? Man, we're going to be, man, you know? Yeah, it's not even worthy to be compared. You can't even weigh it. You can't even put it in a comparison, you know?
That's also what makes this truth so mighty because we don't even know exactly how the kingdom of heaven is going to be out.
Exactly.
So we just know it's going to be a kingdom of heaven. We don't know exactly how it's going to play out. So basically, we get influence of what the scripture says. So that's the kingdom of our faith even more. Lord can give us, that's like he will. Lord can give us a little part of the kingdom of heaven. You know? Because we don't know exactly how long it is. We don't know exactly how great the kingdom of heaven is going to be. All we know it's going to be great.
Yeah.
You got illustration.
Right. But exactly. Just to know that. And we still doing all this just because we know that. But Lord, okay, so if y'all only know this and y'all able to do all this just with the things I gave y'all, I'm gonna give y'all just like you did to King Solomon. I'm gonna give y'all that times a million.
I believe the scriptures say that we can't imagine what.
No eye has here, no ear has heard, no eye has seen.
No, I said it'll come back to me. It'll come back to me. Yeah.
I was on that right. I want to do it 21. Okay, that's what I want. Okay.
God.
Right, where it said, where it talks about I kind of got the point that he was making.
Am I running?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Says, speak up, brother.
Speak up.
What he just said. This is 2 Peter, chapter 1, verse 10. It says, wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure.
Right.
If you do these things, you shall never fall.
That's right.
Perfect. Diligent.
That's right.
Speak on it.
I gave the analogy that when you have a presidential election, all right, we're fighting for what? An election, all right, to be what? Presidents,
Yep.
you know?
If you go back to the Greek word eklektos, which means chosen.
Exactly.
And also what? Exempt from judgment through Yahweh Shai.
Yep.
No.
What are the cabinets of those you know, I don't know the terminology that the politics use, but you know, the president, like for instance, Trump and Hillary, if they don't give diligence, then they gonna lose the election, you know? So same thing with us. If we don't give our diligence, then we gonna lose the election.
Right. What the brother was saying is basically, we don't even know, man, if we even gonna be into the kingdom of heaven, man. But, you know, through the Spirit, man, we're going to keep trying to work to make our election short, man. You don't want to just fall and stumble right before the finish line, man. And we at the finish line.
Okay.
You don't want to just stop when all you needed was 2 more steps and you could have crossed over and received that crown, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
You know?
the Lord desires faithful friends, man. You know what I'm saying? Or if you be a faithful friend, you gotta prove yourself, man. And so, Lord, and part of that proving yourself is doing His will, man.
Right.
You know, doing His will. The Lord said He called you out there to preach His truth to the elect, man. You know?
I got a precept.
Can you read verse 9? It's like it. Can you read verse 9?
Okay, come. This 2 Peter verse 1 and 9. I mean, 2 Peter chapter 1 verse 9. It says, "But he that lacketh these things."
So when you start up, it tells you how to deal. It tells you add to your faith perseverance and knowledge and virtue. You know, roughly paraphrasing. Go ahead. Hey man, we're reading the Bible, man. We ain't no Muslims, dude. We're not Muslims, okay? Yeah, don't assume. The scripture tell you not to assume, man.
And he that was presumptuous is gonna be destroyed, man. For being lazy.
It says judge in the scripture. It says judge not before thou hast heard the truth. Many are deceived by their own vain opinion. You got it out.
It says, "For if these things be in you and abound."
No, so like, can we start it over? I'm sorry. Verse 9 again. Sorry.
But he that lacketh these things is blind and cannot see afar off.
You can't see the finish line. You can't see the goal. You can't see what awaits you if you continue.
Yeah, man, that goddamn devil was mocking us, man. You know we ain't no Muslims. And then we know you ain't no Muslim. You saying assalamu alaikum, you deliberately did that to offend us, man.
Yeah.
You know, clearly we not reading out no Bible, man.
No Quran.
First of all, and then we know you not a Muslim. So why you gonna say assalamu alaikum, man?
Salak
Even to a Muslim, a non-Muslim saying that, and a man that's, you know, according to Farrakhan and them, they'll be pissed off too, man. Like, you ain't no Muslim, because they also believe the white man's the devil, man. But he knew we wasn't no damn Muslims, man. Muslims don't do this, you know.
I ain't never seen a Muslim with a camera sit in front of him.
Or a garment.
What do you believe in?
Wearing garments.
No
with
garment.
man.
Right.
They always have a bow tie, suits, selling bean pies.
Suit, bow tie, bald head, booty face, and they always selling you something.
Yep.
They trying to engage you. We not attempting to engage you people, man.
Giving out newspapers. I got a precept. Con, could you read that deal?
You finished it?
No.
Cause you read 10 already, didn't you? Oh, 9. Yeah, 9. Yep.
It says, I'm gonna start back, brother. It says, "But he that lacketh these things is blind and cannot see afar off." And right, man, how can you be a prophet if you don't have a vision, man? You know, that's key, man. You gotta have a vision, man, to see afar off, man. And that's what prophets do, right? They visualize, man. The Lord get on what? Get on visions, man, to see what's gonna come.
I was actually
He give visions to see what's gonna happen, man, to let them warn the people of the things before come.
Because the scriptures say, where there's no
have
vision, the people
forgotten
perish. You know?
that he was purged from his old sins.
Con.
Scriptures say, where there's no vision, the people perish. You know? You getting it?
I got it.
Con.
I'm gonna read it. This is Proverbs chapter 29, verse 18. It says, I'm gonna start with 18. It says, "Where there is no vision." Hold on. I'll just give me 2 seconds, and I am right there now.
I am right
This is
there.
Proverbs 29 and 18. That word vision goes into word strong. The Strong's word, which means vision, sight, mentality, vision, oracle, prophecy, divine communication. Vision, all right? So basically you have to have and we already know what prophecy, brother, can find that in Revelations. You know who lives in we know who's all about prophecy, you know? So it says, where there is no vision, the people perish, but he that keepeth the law, happy is he. Why? Because if you keep the law, you're gonna have that vision, man. You're gonna have that prophecy. You got it?
Yeah, I got it. This is Revelation 19 and 10. It says, "And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushua. Worship the Most High, for the testimony of Yahushua
Is what?
is the spirit of prophecy.
It's the spirit of prophecy, man. So you must have prophecy, you must have the vision, you must be able to see these things to come in order to be in the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, which is the spirit that you want to be in coming to these end times, you know? Because what did Job say? He said that I know that my Redeemer liveth, you know, and is strong, and I shall see him in the latter days, man. You know, so you want to be as close to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua as possible, man. And in order to get close to him, you got to follow the statutes, laws, and the commandments, man. Directly and correctly, and what's it called? Gotta stay my mind. And in truth, all right? Because you can't follow, because we do got guys out here following the statutes, laws, and commandments. But guess what? They're not doing it in truth, all right?
Spirit and the spirit.
And if you're not doing it in truth, Bible Kushah, Luke, the 13th chapter, and I think 21. Because you got certain groups of people out here that's not doing it in truth, and you have certain groups of people that are doing it in truth, all right? And when I say in truth, I mean in sincerity, all right? That's not doing it but just for some show.
Vainglory.
Vainglory. To uplift themselves, you know? That's changing up the doctrine on how they feel like.
This is Luke chapter 13, verse 21. It says, it is like leaven, which a woman took and hid in 3 measures of meal till the whole was leavened. Is that, you say 13?
I know some 13. Keep going, though.
It says, I'm starting 24. It says, strive to enter in at the straight gate.
Come, go ahead.
For many, I say unto you, will seek to enter in and shall not be able.
Come.
When once the master of the house is risen up and have shut to the door, and ye begin to stand without and to knock at the door, saying, Lord, Lord, open unto us, and he shall answer and say unto you, I know you not whence ye are. Then shall you begin to say, we have eaten and drunk in thy presence, and thou hast taught in our streets.
Right.
But he shall say, I tell you, I know you not whence ye are. Depart from me, all ye workers of iniquity. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth when ye shall see Abraham and Isaac and Jacob and all the prophets in the kingdom of the Most High, and you yourselves thrust out.
Right, so you did all the things that the prophets did, but guess what? The Lord didn't know you, man, because you was doing it upon your own vain opinion, man. Hey, in the book of Jeremiah, the 23rd chapter says what? I knew these prophets, but yet they ran, man. All right? So yet, the Lord did not know these men, but yet they ran just as mighty as we did, man.
I did not send them, but they ran.
Yeah, I did not send them, but yet they ran, man. So you got men out here actually that's running, you know, but the Lord did not send them. All right, and what does it mean that they're running? It means what? They're doing videos. They're going out on highways and byways. They're preaching Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. But guess what? The Lord did not send them, man. So when the Lord comes back, you're gonna know that. And only guess what? Only the elect knows who these men are, man. I ain't gonna mention no names, but you know who these men are. All right. Go on, dude.
This is John chapter 4, verse 24. It said, the Most High is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth.
All right, man, putting your best foot forward, man. And putting your best foot forward is what? Giving your all into it, man. Just like in the ancient days, we have to give what? When we give a sacrifice, we have to give our best of our sacrifice, the strongest without no blemish,
right.
The firstborn. Guess what? Same thing. If we're supposed to be living our bodies, if we're supposed to be living as a living sacrifice, guess what? We got to do everything upon this truth. We got to do it to the best of our ability, man, and the best, and putting our best foot forward, okay? If we got to go to camp, make sure we're on camp on time. Make sure we're doing everything to the best of our abilities. Sometimes we might be late. Sometimes something might come up when we're not. But guess what? We're giving that how can I say, that try, that effort, that effort, you know.
Right.
And that's what the Lord looks upon, man. Not just sitting at home like it's 3 o'clock, but I'm gonna wait home. I'm gonna wait another 30 minutes. You know? It's cool, you know. But you ain't doing shit at home though.
Yeah. Or it's like, if I might say, like for the Passover, it says you eat bitter herbs, you know. But we eat horseradish. Now, you know, it's many bitter herbs, but horseradish is the most bitter herb.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? So
right.
we want to do the best that we can. So we want to seek out the most bitter herb, you know.
Hey, Apostle Gabar said the main way this truth comes out is the internet. All right. So he says really sit downs can really just flood the internet. But guess what? We also come out here on the highways and byways for the assurance and also by our faith, man. You know, because we could just be putting up sit downs all the time. Brothers could just be putting up a sit down every day and flood the internet with it. put it up on social media and YouTube and other sites, man. Just flood the internet, because that's how Apostle Gabar said that's how this truth is really getting mainstream through the internet. But we also come out here on the highways and byways just in case.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Isaiah 55:11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I send it. So, you know, when you read the scriptures and it'll say, and these things happen that the scripture might be fulfilled. Like, yeah, we can, the internet do the heavy lifting in the words of Apostle Gabar, right? And like the brother said, we can, but hey, the scripture got to be fulfilled. Yep. He said it was going to be men on the highways and byways doing this and that, saying this and that. Matter of fact, can I get Isaiah 30 and 20 real quick? Isaiah chapter 30, verse 20. It says, and though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore.
Don't we catch hell? Guess what? The Lord's going to make it just lenient enough for what? The apostles and the elders is going to be able to go out there on the highways and byways, man. Because guess what? Back in slavery time, we wasn't able to do this. We wasn't able to pitch tent and teach to the slaves. First of all, because we didn't know we were Israelites back then. You know, and second of all, what? We have hardcore bondages on us, man. You know?
It says, yet shall not thy teachers. Isaiah 30 and 20. And though Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction.
Yeah, so the Lord's gonna, you know, we're gonna catch hell, you know, but the Lord lighten it up just a little bit for us to do what? Go ahead.
It says, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore.
So the Lord lifted up the hell just a little bit, just for the word to get out. Go ahead.
But thine eyes shall see thy teachers.
And whether it be on the streets, exactly, on the internet, on your phone, hear about it through ear, through how they call it, what they say, word of mouth. You know. Go ahead.
It says, and thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, this is the way.
See, and I always love that, because it says that you should hear a word behind you to symbolize what? You're going the wrong way. Because guess what? America teaches you what? Oh, you can it goes back to the word degree, you know? It teaches you what? You can make a life for yourself, build a family, invest in the stock markets.
That's crashing.
Marry.
That's crashing.
Which is just further and further getting you away. But if someone say, hey, no, you're an Israelite, you turn it around and be like, huh? And you're getting closer to the Lord, man. You know?
Yep. It says, so like
and everybody, and every child, when they're in school, whether it's middle school, high school, they get in their mind like they kind of see themselves doing that, you know? Even when I was in school, when I was in elementary, and what do you want to be? When you're in middle school, what do you want to be? Me personally, I want to be an architect, you know? Building houses. One, because, you know, my family kind of comes from the carpentry kind of side, but I like to draw a lot, you know? So I'm like, well, damn, where can I kind of stick in where, you know, my family's kind of, but still do what I like to do? And architect was right there. Draw people houses, draw the blueprints, and sell them. You know? That seemed like right up my alley. You know? Yeah. So I want to be an architect until, you know, I further got into truth. And then looked at him like, well, damn, shit. In order for me to be an architect, I got to jump all through all these. It was going to be a waste of time. You know?
Yeah. And you got to go to be an architect, you got to go to a university. You know, to be a carpenter, you got to go to an apprenticeship type school. You know? But to be an architect, you actually got to go to a university, man. You know? And we don't got time for that. Really, like, you know, like me, I have several trades. You know, I do carpentry work. You know, I'm not in the union. I used to be in the union. You know, I went to chef school, you know. You know, I went to college for a year. Me too. That shit was boring, man. It was like monotone speakers, man, in the class. It was hard to listen to those people, man. You know, it just wasn't college just wasn't my deal, man. You know, at a university. Right. You know, I was young, man. I was all into women, more into women than I was into my schoolwork. You know. So, you know, it's not really profitable. You come out of college with more debt. You come out of college with a degree to make money, but with that money you're making, you got to pay back debts.
Yep.
And live.
Because you know what, man? Going to college is indoctrinizing, man. They go there to teach you their ways, their doctrine, how to survive in their society. And this is what Micah chapter 2 and 10 says. It says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. So that's why the elder or other brothers couldn't get along with going to college for such a long time, because they knew somewhere in them this ain't their rest. They knew like, hey,